So, alright, so this week hasn't been, well, there's been stuff done, just not a lot of stuff I can show off. So, first and foremost, I've got, like, proper doors, instead of the, terrible-looking sandbed barricades. A couple of these doors are actually blueprints, like this one, and this one over here, that are triggered to open at certain points. But other than placing them in all the levels, not a whole lot else to show off. I am currently working on some other assets that are going to be placed to help build out the environment more. And then, once that's done, everything's like, basically done. So there's not a whole lot to show off or talk about this week. It's just been a lot of the monotonous details. I'm not sure the system I have for the door, for the certain doors that need to close at certain times. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. Mostly because, so one problem I see I have in the future. So the way this is set up is that there are two doors on the bottom. One starts open, one starts closed. Once you pass this point, this door also opens and closes. And this is really the door that's the problem. Because once you pass this point, this door closes. And then there's no way to open the door. So the one problem I have is the two friendly AIs that follow you. So I'm seeing them getting locked out. And I don't really have a good way of making sure that when you cross the barrier, making sure that not only are you in, but the two friendly AIs are in. And I'm going to start thinking about how I'm going to do that. I mean, one thing is I could move this all the way here, but realistically, that still doesn't guarantee that they themselves will actually be in the barrier at set given time. That's kind of the problem I'm currently facing. Another thing I'm going to assess, so there are some doors, for instance, the player will never be in here. So one, I'm not going to decorate it, but two, I'm thinking of also deleting the spotlight. That would just save on some build time and some other stuff. So eventually I'm going to go through and start minimizing the spotlights, because there's no point having areas lit up that the player will never see, because there's more to the building that I'm not using. I'm not using these sections because I think the sections I currently have are enough. But there's no point, putting lights in here because the player's never going to be in here. And the same goes for these rooms. If the player never comes in here, there's no point wasting the resources to light it. They were just all in there to make sure everything had an even lighting. And I wasn't sure which rooms I was going to use, so it was easier to light every single room and go back and delete the ones I don't need than it was to actively work out where I was going to and then light it. But yeah, other than that, I'll talk to you guys next week.